Hey, it looks like I'm live. Should be getting a notification here in just a second. Reminding me that I'm live. And I'm going to close a bunch of stuff here. Yes, I know that. That's all. Exit. Exit. Alright, looks like everything's good. Don't know. Let's see, let's unmute this and make sure. Yep. My voice is coming through clear. Alright, so, yeah, let's check this stuff out, huh? All right, so I haven't done this in a while. I'm surprised that it's still all set up and easy to do. I have a bunch of boxes that I've been kind of saving. Well, okay, I've got 2 boxes that I've been kind of saving because I've wanted to bust them open on. There is my. Why am I streaming stars without number? That's odd. I've got a couple of boxes I've been saving because I want to break them open on a stream, and I really want to break them open. So it has been hard for me to resist. First, I got some stuff I want to show off here. This first thing on top, this beautiful, beautiful thing, is Abyss of Hallucinations. And let's see, I can get my arm around my mic here. This is going to be weird. Maybe I should do this. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with this mic. This box down here is so big that it is taking up like my whole desk. Usually my mic comes across this way right here, or I could pull it back at an angle kind of like this across my keyboard, but it's all like right here right now, so it's crazy. At any rate, this is Abyss of Hallucinations, and this cover is gorgeous. This Max Moon original, like, it is painted on there. There is no way that you can see how beautiful this is just by looking at it. The texture and just the colors of it, like in person, is so good. All right, so I've got Vault of Eternity pamphlet here. This is basically a Morkborg hex crawl. There's a dungeon there. Come with a sticker, and on the back of the sticker there's something. I thought that was really cool, so like I don't throw that away. I've got a little poster here of the bad guy. I cannot remember his name. And then here is this book. Look at the colors on this. This is like pink and gold and white. Okay, buddy. And it's just gorgeous. Like Max Moon does all this gorgeous stuff. Here's the hex crawl. And all the monsters in the back. Lots of white on black. It is just so beautiful. Look at like some of this art in here. These I don't know, what do you call those things around the edges? Beautiful. Anyway, so that is one thing. Yes, I understand, Teddy. Yes, I understand. Max Moon makes beautiful stuff. I don't know what else to say about that. Someone else who makes amazing stuff, has been very into Morkborg recently, is Philip Reed, and this just came through. We've been waiting for this to come through because he's been writing adventures for it, but this is his Box of Terrors, and it is, I mean, it's cardboard, right? But it's got this great plastic lining on it. That's not going to focus at all on that. It's definitely cardboard, but it's got this great plastic lining. And then he has a couple of D6s and a 2-sider, right? It's like a guitar pick. He's got one of his classic fold-out maps, map ventures, and they're on this like cardboard. And then the map inside is like a regular map. And then he's got, what do we got? What else do we got in here? Skeletal encounters. Oh, there's all the rest of the stuff. And then, oh, haha, because skeletal encounters is a folder. Then we've got a little bookmark with some stuff on it, and then these poster adventures that he made. And there are 5 poster adventures in here, and they've got just a little fold-up poster. Very, very cool, Max or Philip Reed stuff. He's very experimental, and he likes to do unique formats. So he's somebody I've been following for a while, and it's going to pull back up. And I back a lot of his stuff. He just came out with another one that is another box like this. So I insta-back that, and I'm getting 2 of them. It is a Vault of Zines, he called it. And that is going to be a fantasy version of this, basically. All right, this thing's freaking beautiful. Let's move this over here. And let's see here. Is the sharpest knife in the fucking world. I almost cut my thumb off with it. All right, and in here is a box from Exalted Funeral. Let's see what's on top here. Oh, it is Vaults of Barn. And this is... oh, no, that's not Vaults of Barn. We can just see Vaults of Barn in the background. All right. Box gone. Now Vaults of Barn is on the top. And this is Vaults of Barn. This is... who is this by? Leo Hunt. And he made this crazy sci-fi or science fantasy desert crawl. And it's in this purple desert. And that's why the colors are like this. It's all purple ink. And it was, you can still get the zines, I think. There are 3 zines. And he put them all into this beautiful hardback. I've been excited to get my hands on this for a while because it's beautiful. Yeah, for no other reason than that. And I think he added some stuff to it. This definitely looks bigger than 3 zines. But yeah, I've been waiting to get my hands on this. Ciao. Yes, one day. Yeah. And this is Through the Looking Glass. This is by JVC Perry. And it is exactly what it sounds. It is Alice in Wonderland. We have, oh, looks like a little game, huh? So I didn't realize that. I don't necessarily care. It looks like there are 4 pages of rules. That will be the part I don't use. I think there's too many systems out there. I really want to see more adventures, more support for systems. Anyway, so what do we got here? We've got how to play, making a protagonist, adventures in Wonderland, enemies and archwords, and then appendixes, tiles, contenders, occupations, indexed, and protagonist sheet. Let's go ahead and look at tiles here. What is that? I think it is tiles. Oh, this is Scrabble tiles. I believe I remember something about this now. I've been using Scrabble tiles to play. Let's take a look. I like forms. What does this protagonist sheet look like? Page 54. It's perfect bound. I despise Perfect Bound. I feel like they don't open up enough. And then when I try to open it up enough, I feel like I'm like ruining it because it's got this crease in the cover here. I think I just creased it round instead of straight. Oh my God. Yeah, this is pretty simple here. Vision, their name, occupation, desire, fear, bond, good trait, bad trait, companion, and objects. So this is got, this is a lot of stuff I want to use in my next campaign, which is going to be Wild Upon the Witchlight. And I've got, I really want to get some Alice in Wonderland in there. It's really, Alice in Wonderland is very, like classic fairy tale for me. It is, one of my favorite things. I was going to grab, Dungeonland and I don't remember what the second one was from, PSR, second edition. I think it's second edition. It might be first edition. Pretty sure it's second edition though. And go through that and try and get some stuff. But then this popped on my radar, and yeah. So we've got making a protagonist. We've got adventure types. Not much there, huh? Making an adventure. Arch enemies and arch words. Objects and companions. Yeah, so pretty excited to get into this and read it and see what I can use for my next campaign. All right, and the giant box here. The box we've kind of all been wondering what the hell is in this. When he shipped this, saw a picture of the box sitting in the background, and I was just like, oh my goodness, that box is so huge. All right, so this is, says right here, it's from Arknight LLC. Arknight makes plastic miniatures. They also make maps, and he's been crazy about making bases lately. They also make spell effects. Hold on, I am getting a phone call, and I must find my phone. Well, maybe not. I got headphones right here. Excuse me, I'll be right back. All right, setting up stuff for tomorrow. Babysitting. Anyway, Arknight makes plastic miniatures. They make gridded maps. They make spell effects. Got all kinds of good stuff. I've been following this guy for a long time. I don't know, not since he started, I don't think. But he used to live in the Bay Area, and he would come to Game Castle, and he would he'd like come during events, and he'd sell stuff. And he'd come to the local cons and sell stuff, you know, like you do when you're a businessman. Jesus, my flesh on this knife, I think. And I've always liked playing with miniatures. I've always liked accessories for gaming, and I'm colorblind, so I don't. I mean, I could probably be better at painting it if I practiced and tried and learned, right? Because the name is on the bottle. But I don't like the way the minis I used to paint looked. I was a kid too, so they were sloppy and the colors were ugly. So I mean, at any rate. So, and they're very expensive. So I bought a couple of plastic miniatures with the idea that I just wasn't going to paint them. And then I found these, and I found I could get like, 15 for the price of 2 miniatures. And these are the flat plastic miniatures. And this is the first of his hardbound support line. So this is a complete set for Lost Mines of Phandelver, and it is not going to be easy to get out of this box. I can see that already. All right, so we got it on my chair here, and we're going to muscle it out. That wasn't too bad. Not very deep. Oh, look at that cover. Now, this, of course, was before I quit playing 5e. I was definitely on the outs with 5e when I backed this, but I thought that I might eventually come back sometime, and there might have been a time in my future where I'd be able to run something like this in person. I totally bent the wrong way to throw that away. I had to go over 90 degrees backwards. Anyway, at any rate, so this is the starter set, Lost Mines, hardbound support. Let's take a look and see what's inside, because I've been dying to see this thing. Well, you know what? We didn't look at the back. Let's look at the back here. Front's beautiful. It's got an owlbear and a dragon on it, and the back shows, it just shows what it's got in it. Let's see, we've got 124 flat plastic miniatures, 61 miniature bases, 40 battle maps, 11 by 17 with 1-inch square grids. So that's probably going to be double-sided. 20 map cards, interiors for all the key town buildings. And these are like, I can slap this down on the map and show the inside of the building. 19 double-sided object cards, 24-page field guide, so everything like to set up. You need this map, these miniatures for this scene. A mini flex storage case, which is better than what I'm using. I'm using, it's similar to what I'm using. I'm using basically like card pages, 9-pocket pages for cards. And they have some for coins as well that are smaller. That fit these guys pretty well. So that's what I'm using in big binders. I've got like 3 big binders full of these guys. This little map folio is pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to keep these all together. I mean, at first I'm going to, but it depends. I might, use this, this mini flex storage case to, like bring PCs or humanoid characters. We've got a custom 7-piece dice set. I didn't realize that was in here. And 3 protective envelopes for everything. All right. Now, let's get inside here and see what this looks like. All right, this is a heavy duty box. It is super weighty. All right, let's take a look at these dice here. We've got a little green dice bag. It is expertly tied. It is foiling my attempts. Oh my goodness, I just made a bigger knot. There we go. All right, these are very light feeling dice. Oh, it's a 7-piece dice set too. So these are, I'm guessing they're green because the bag is green. Green sparkly kind of marble dice. They're pretty. Maybe not my style. I'm assuming they're like green for the green dragon. And then oh yeah, that knot's and then these aren't, wow, they're just they're straight up sets. So I've got the PC expansion. Oh, here's the hardbound support. Let's see here. The Dwarven Draugr Warband. I love these bases right here. This is one thing I was super excited for, is these bases with the numbers on them. Maybe you can't. Fingers down. There we go. See, they've got bases with numbers on them, and then we've got these red ones here that have numbers on them, or orange ones, and then green ones, and then some other color. And then we've got these door bases, which are like half the size of a base. And are set for doors. And we've got stone doors, wooden doors. Here's our folio, which is open for some reason. Oh, it's got a little plastic thing on there. Slots for all the miniatures. You can see how they just kind of fit right down in these 3 slots here. And I assume there's bigger ones for bigger miniatures. Did we get them all? Yeah. So I've got this PC expansion, which is basically like PC characters, player characters. It's basically a selection. How many are in here? 64 different pieces that are like probably the most commonly played class race combinations. As we said, wooden doors, stone doors. What we got? Twig blights. These things are called warbands. So they are basically 10 of the same kind of mini. So these are twig blights, and these things are beautiful. They have a front and a back. Get this on. Yeah, see, that's their back. And then their front. Hard to see with the light reflecting off the plastic. Might be better with something that's got a base. There we go. There's the front and the back. And so we've got twig blights, goblins, dirges, like I said, dwarves and Draugr. And then the 84-piece hardbound support set. So this is stuff that's going to be more specific to the Lost Mines module. So let's see, what did it say? It said 124 flat plastic miniatures. All right, so 124. So I've got 84 here, all right? And then that means I need 40 more, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, so I wasn't sure if the warbands were part of this or not. So with the PCs, I've got 10 clear bases in here, or actually it looks like 8 clear bases. And then it doesn't feel like there's any bases in here. Oh, it's got a carrot. Oh, there's your cart, right? Anybody who's done Lost Mines knows what that is. A couple of other things in here. All right, let's take a look at this guidebook here. Oh, see? Yeah, so it's going to tell you what map number to grab, is going to show you what objects, and it will show you what minis to use. Very, very cool. Then it goes into the Goblin Hideout, which has an internal and external. And again, it's got these larger pictures of the minis on top of it, so you can just grab the minis. It also says what objects, shows you like who the goblin leader is. It's got the town here with all the different sections of it, and it doesn't look like it goes all together into one town. I don't think I would have liked that anyway because of how much space it would take up. Two of these right next to each other would be 22 by 17, and that's like half a table right there. If you put more than 4 of these together, you're filling up the whole table, depending on what size table you're playing on. You put one of these down and it might fill up a whole table. Let's take a look at some more here. At the Red Brand Hideout. Nothics in there. I always never understood that. Why do you keep Nothics in your base? Here's Banshee's Lair. Random encounters, nice. Got the miniatures and how many? The Old Well Camp, Wyvern Crag. A bunch of zombies here. My players, when they did this, they made friends with this necromancer, and he told them he was just using zombies as labor. So he became a PC that they visited every once in a while. Thunder Village. That is where the dragon lives. Castle Ruins. And Echoing Caves. There is, wow, 8 pages. So 34 by 44. That is what? How many feet is that? That is 3.5 feet by 2.5 feet. Almost 3 feet. Wow, big, 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 big. There's the entrance to Echoing Caves. And then the final Echoing Caves. So there are 16 Echoing Caves places. There's an advertisement on the back for spell effects. And then here are our maps. I don't think I'm going to pull the maps out because they are huge. But I do kind of want to take look at a couple of these interiors. Yeah, and oh, that's great. It's got a roof on the back. So flip it right over. Now, actually, I do want to pull a couple of these out. Let's see here. All right. Let's scoop these up. Take a look. Is that got? Oh, see, this has got a. Well, that might be something else. This has got 2 stories on it. This has got 2 stories on it. This has got 2 stories on it. And that's got 2 stories on it. That's got 2 stories on it. So this is the only one with a roof. Interesting. Let's see here. I've got 2 more in here. And it looks like those are... Oh, nope. Looks like one of them has a roof and the other one has 2 stories. I kind of like the idea with the roof on there, but it would be more difficult, or there would be more pieces in here if they all had roofs on the back. So I totally understand why you would want to use the backs as much as you could. But I would like to see out here. And let's look at the town pages. Okay, so 15 to like 25. Where is the number on here? Oh, one more. Kind of double-sided. I don't know what that is. Basement, maybe. All right, let's pull these out. Take a look. There is, okay, there's a number 13, number 3, number 11, number 8, number 9, number 5. All right, none of those are the town, of course. Why would the buildings be in the same folder as the town? I will probably reorganize all these. I do like that the box is big enough to fit the maps. Wow, I guess how else would it come, right? Grab this one. This looks like castles. Whoa! And this looks like part of one of the town, the ruined town. Okay, so yeah, this looks like what number is this? It is hard to see that number. Where is it? It's in the back. Cave 14. And I don't think that they had any real sense to the numbers. Wow, I cannot find the number on here. Anybody sees that number, holler at me. Where is it? See if I turn it around, if that helps at all. No, not at all. Not at all. Can I figure out which one it is? It is a square. Okay, it's the exchange. Interesting. I'm kind of curious, like, oh, it's a blank house. Just so you can just throw a house in there somewhere, I guess. Interesting. Yeah, but it's got the houses on there, and then basically you would say, okay, you're going in, and that's the one with beds. You know, you open up the door, and this is what's inside. That's actually not it, though. 4 square, and it's got lots of beds in it. Oh, you know what? It's probably on the back one. Oh, this one right here. So you walk in, and that is what it looks like. It's yeah, it's a little bigger than it should be. There are no squares on it, and it does not quite fit. I think I would have made sure that it fit inside here a little better. But yeah, it looks good. It looks easy to play with. I would say put an acrylic sheet on top of it, just so they don't slide around. But other than that, I think they look really good. Almost got beans on in there. Yeah, so what am I going to do with this? I think I talked about it. I think I talked about what I'm going to do with this. I am planning to use maybe Shadow Dark, maybe Into the Odd to run some of Lost Mines of Phandelver at the next convention I go to. So I think this will see some use. And I am quite excited for it to get some use. Honestly, this thing is beautiful. I want to show it off, you know? I've got a small piece of acrylic somewhere that folds up. It's 6 panels, and I put clear tape on it. I think it looks like shit, personally, but I think that's only because I made it. But it works very well for what it is. And I've used it basically just to throw down on top of a map. And that way, even though I've got a paper map underneath, maybe it's a big one that I've rolled up so the edges don't curl. Also, I can take my pen and write on it. Sometimes it's a bunch of, 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper. I've got these dungeon map sets. I don't think I have anything out available, accessible. But they were basically like, I don't know, 100, 200, that many. 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper with a dungeon printed on it. And you would lay them out into this. It was like a 10 by 8 dungeon. And they were pretty cool. I've used them a lot. But lining them up and then throwing that piece of acrylic on top made it so they didn't slide around. Yeah. So pretty excited to get this to use. Hell, I'm just excited to open it. And I'm excited to start popping all this shit out and putting it into that folder and seeing what that folder looks like. So that's what I'll be doing for the next 2 or 3 days. That, as well as I will break in Vaults of Barn later and take a look inside of that. Yeah, that's what I got. So what have I been doing? I haven't been doing much. We skipped gaming last week because there were only going to be 2 people showing up. Again, that's why I want a big group of people. I started doing a little bit of solo play. I took an extra long lunch one day last week, 2 weeks ago, and sat down and did that. I am babysitting tomorrow, so I'm going to get up early, so I may have time to do that tomorrow. I don't know. I'll have to try and not sit in front of the computer all day and play video games, which is really difficult for me because that's really easy and it makes time go by fast. Yeah, so maybe I'll get to that. Since I have my camera on, I can actually show this book here. What I got. And this is from Jacob Hurst, and it's just basically one of those little books, right? Got hexes, and then it's got dots on one side, hexes and dots, hexes and dots. And yeah, then it switches over to subhexes, and then isometric, and then just dots. And I think that's what the rest of it is, just dots. Just dots. I think I would have liked, oh, that's right, he's got a couple of like samples in here. And a section on biomes in the back, which is kind of cool. There is a World Builder's Notebook, that's what it's called. There is chances to roll on probability for 2d6, 3d6, and a d20. Nouns, adjective, color. Bunch of random tables for describing people. Landforms. And then biomes. Is there anything before biomes now? Yeah, so this thing is pretty gorgeous. I would like to customize one of these. I think I would like to take a look in binding. I don't think I can do Smithstone, but I know I can glue bind something together, right? And I've got my little discs that I like to use. One of those available? They're not. But if you look up disc bound or arc stapler, I've made a couple of little notebooks like this. But I like the cover. I like it's cloth. I like the idea of maybe making something like this with more of these sub-regional maps, because I went through and there are only like 15 of them. Let's see. So from 25, I like how it's black for every section. 14 to 25. So what is that? 12 of them, because we count the last page. And then there are, oh no, that's, yeah, 12, because there's one per page. And then there are 6 of these regional maps. And like, if you've got all these regional maps, what are you going to do, right? So I saved 3 regional maps for what I'm going to use. I'm going to use one for the city, one for the wilderness, and then one for something else. Don't remember. And then I started dividing them up. So the rest of these 4 or 5, however many there are, 3 are going to be cut up into sections that match these original sizes, and they will I will do subhexes there and detail them on this side. I might run out of space. I don't know. Who knows? I like how it's got these little blocks on the side too. Like you could, color them in so you could see them from the side maybe. You can write things in them, right? You could fill them in. All kinds of stuff to do with them just to make it easier to see. And yeah. I'm tired. Been a long week. Yeah, but I'd like to customize one of these. Maybe with fewer regional maps, more sub-regional maps. I love hexes. I love hexes. I don't know what it is about them. I love drawing with hexes, and like none of this isometric. I don't like the idea of that. I was looking at it though, and I can kind of make hexes out of the isometric ones. They're a little misshapen, kind of. I don't know, but I can still make hexes out of them. But that's going to be tedious and take a long time. I don't even know what I'm going to do. I might find that I really like drawing isometric. But otherwise, I'll just, I don't know, take notes on it. See, that's the problem with one of these giant notebooks is there's a lot of space. There's a lot of space in here, and I don't know what it's going to be filled with, right? More sublocations in life. So, I don't know. Maybe I should go to squares, right? I've done a lot of reading on the internet, like we all have, about gaming stuff, and I was reading about maps for a long time, and someone said that they don't understand why we use hexes. Like they understand that distance from the center to any point, right? The math of it, but for squares, he said that's what the military uses as squares, and it makes sense, right? Squares, while they don't, like, the distance across is different, but I think it's the same thing with a hex, right? The distance from the edge to edge of a hex to a vertex of a hex is different, right? So I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm imagining. But I'm pretty sure vertex to vertex is longer than flat to flat. It is. There you go. You heard it here first, folks. Yeah, so I mean, I could just, as I get further along, go into dotted regions and dot that shit up. except everything I'm using is for access. I guess it doesn't matter. I'll figure it out. I probably won't even fill half of that book, quarter of that book. We'll see though. Yeah, so this week we're starting with tomorrow. We are starting the second arc of my Wheel, Deal, and Lead campaign, and that's going to be kind of like a meeting with the gods. And I'm pretty excited about getting that out there, getting my ideas. Like my prep is okay, but I find that I get a lot more out when I play, so I'm excited to see what comes of it. I have very loose notes, and I'm excited to see what gets filled in those holes. I've got kind of a plan. I want to do a little more prep. I think I'll probably do that maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. Probably tomorrow morning. My head will be clear tomorrow morning, and I will kind of set that up. And yeah, I'm excited to get into it. So I will talk more about that next week, about how that went and how that looks and how far they are. Yeah, I think that's about all for this week. Yeah. So thanks for stopping by, and I don't know. I still don't have a sign off for this thing, huh? I need a good sign off. I don't know. Speak your mind, even if your voice cracks. Oof, I stumbled over that. Speak your mind, even if your voice cracks. All right. That's good enough. I didn't even check to see if that streamed to YouTube. I think it did.